Yes, guys, welcome from me. This is Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge. Another part, it's another special. You can see there by how long this video is. This is a live stream on Facebook. So the usual applies. If you hear me talking to somebody and you're thinking, what the fucking hell is he waffling on about? It's going to be to do with interaction from Facebook. So, yeah, expect a few swear words on this. So bear with me, guys, as I'm just about to go live on Facebook. I haven't quite gone live yet. I'm using Mozilla this time around. It's actually a little bit easier. And 3, 2, 1. We are live. Yes, guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Game On Challenge with myself and Matt Collier-Brown, well into season 27. For the benefit of YouTube, my last video talk about a fucking dropping a bollock. I kept waffling on saying it was we were into season 26. We weren't at all. It was season 27. So we're on to season 27 on this bad boy of a game. Matt, sorry, you are waiting for me before you can join the game, so bear with me 1 minute, Matt, and I will be right there. 25 past 12 sounds about right, yeah. So, Friday night, 9:30. What better way to spend your Friday night than playing a bit of Championship Manager? Rather than me keep going through old ground, if you want to know anything about this game whilst we're playing, fire a question away and I will hopefully answer it for you. Season 27 has started a little bit difficult for us both. Matt, Chelsea, me, Manchester United. I think within 2 games, I had 4 red cards. So it was a little bit of a fucking tough time, to be honest with you. The game is up, Matt. And this is where we're at in these early stages of just 6 games gone. I want to say I had 2 red cards in the first game. I knew that. I want to say, no, maybe it wasn't in the second. Maybe it was in the third then. Yeah, 2 more there. How fucking outrageous is that? So we had a terrible defeat at Luton 1-0. Sorry, guys, bear with me. Matt, yeah, Matt. Sorry, Matt, you're going full screen. Absolutely fine, mate. Because if you want to say anything, Matt, say it on your phone, and I will answer it verbally. All good. So I lost at Luton, and then I went to Inter Milan. Inter Milan, of course, my old club, and beat them 1-0. So it's very, very interesting indeed. If you have popped on, feel free to just pop and say hello. I have tagged a few people, just a selected bunch of people. I don't always know who to tag, and apologies if I keep tagging you and you're thinking, fuck off, Mike, I don't want to watch your bullshit. For the benefit of Larry Barry, or Barry Larry, whatever your fucking name is on YouTube, if you're watching this, I still haven't received my new microphone yet, you fucking arsehole. So, we've made our quota of transfers. These are my 7. If you kept up to date with this series, the last video showcased that I brought which 7 players that I'd purchased. Matt had brought 6. He brought his last one, which was quite a beastly striker there. Matt, his tactics are the usual, as expected, and I've pretty much stayed with what I refer as the middleman formation. I have recently changed it to normal tackling, only because of the persistent fucking bullshit red cards that I keep encountering. The red cards is just fucking ridiculous. The red cards has just been an absolute fucking nightmare. We'll wait on Matt. Now, in all honesty, right, we had a discussion with Matt earlier on today, and we were saying about we should be able to fire a lot of games. If I'm streaming, there should be a lot of games on, because the good thing is we've already done all our transfers. What's that? Right, okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Offered this cunt a new contract. You've just seen he's rejected it. And he rejected the loan move to Southend. You little prick. What's the matter with Southend? Oh, no, he didn't reject it, did he? My fault. Fuck you then, Southend, is what I say. Okay, So yeah, so we're going to get, a good selection of games. Like if we're at the end of the season, it's just all pre-season. It's not very entertaining from a stream perspective. And what I must do, and you guys will need to remind me on this, is just try to remember that when Matt's got a game and I haven't, is to just chuck in a view sign so we can both, so you guys can watch it as well. I think it's always important. I'm going to try and just log on to my phone more so I can just see who's logged on, and I can just acknowledge and say hello to you guys. It doesn't bring it up on my computer, but it does bring it up on my phone. So let's have a look now then. Let's see who's there. Do I name and shame? Any Mac experts out there, please? No, I'm not a fucking Mac expert. Right, okay, we'll just wait for that to go through. Let's just try and find it. Oh, God, it's hard work. So let's have a look now. Let's see. Mike Evangeli. Hello, mate. How are you doing, Mike? Mark Whitaker. Hello, mate. How are you? Mike Evangelu, how are you? Good to hear from you guys. Good to see you guys. You can't get away from me. I know you're watching. I've fucking got eyes everywhere. I hope you didn't mind the tags on you two guys. It's sort of like, it tends to be, I don't know, the usual 6-7 people that I tend to tag. I think I'm expecting Big Mouth to arrive soon. Now, who am I talking about, Big Mouth? That is Dave Tresidder I'm expecting. Ross Horn should be here. Mike, long time, matey. Mate, it has been a while. Where the fuck you been? I mean, I spotted today, actually, Mike, that you changed your picture to Donald Trump. And I was looking for a reaction, but there wasn't any reaction that I felt fitting, so I couldn't do that. Okay, so just to give you a really quick reminder here, Matt finished 4th last season with Chelsea. It wasn't good enough for the Champions League, as the coefficients table has England. I think we've just climbed into 4th place, so it wasn't enough, and he's in the UEFA Cup. So for me then, Champions League, let's just crack on as we are. We're going to need to lower this down. Sparta Prague. So as I said, we won at Inter Milan, who of course drew their first game. Inter Milan, let me really give you a quick recap. I had an amazing time at Inter Milan. 3 Serie A titles, 3 Champions League titles, and now they've just, they're not what they used to be. I'm hoping they've got a statue outside their stadium of me, obviously. Okay, half time, and this has been a little less than a fucking shit first half, to be fair. That's what I was going to say, right? We go to Inter Milan and we win, and then we're struggling at Sparta Prague. I say struggling, you can see we're dominating it. I still don't know who this Mansell is a regen of. If anyone's got any ideas of any Sierra Leone strikers, I'm always intrigued. But he is an absolute fucking monster. He is a fucking monster. Okay, are we into the dying seconds of the game? I'll take 1-0. Yep, that'll do, Donkey. That'll do. And we win 1-0. Into 3, Mönchengladbach 0. I think you knew that was coming, so that puts us in a much stronger position overall. Can't see who the 4th person is that's just joined. It doesn't always tell me. No. Didn't tell me. My phone's a little bit shit like that. I'm sure I've triggered a few of my old friends on Facebook. I've got a new laptop, reinstalled CM and doing a new save now, so I'll send it to you. Yeah, Mike, that's absolutely fine. Go for it. Richard Jones, how you doing, mate? Mate, who's Paul Gascoigne regen? Who are you talking about there? Paul Gascoigne regen. Hi, Richard. How you doing? Hope you're well. Who are you talking about? You're taking the piss out of the Sierra Leone striker, aren't you, twat? Twat. I just thought, right, I thought, hang on, you cunt. I ain't been on a midfielder. English midfielder, you prick. You're a twat. But you got me there, Rich. You can have that. Yeah, cunt. It's been a long day. So, you're a dick. So, yeah, just to reiterate, hang on, I'm taking my top off. I'm stripping. I can do this now because I've not got the camera on me, you motherfuckers. I seem to have a little bit of issue with the buffering of my camera for some reason, but my stream seems to be absolutely fine. So, really bizarre. Okay, league at 3rd round, we are playing Ipswich Town. Do you know what? It's always the same, innit? You always get an all Premiership affair. Motherfuckers. Right, okay. Matt will then play his second leg of the first round of the UEFA Cup. Whilst I will... Should have watched this, shouldn't I? Whilst I will look ahead at my overall average ratings. Okay, we are looking good. Just go back into defence a minute. Yeah, very happy. Very, very happy. This striker that I purchased, Marcelo Lima de Souza, I bought him and I gave him the number 9 jersey, thinking, you know, he's going to... But he's not ready. He's really not ready. You can tell that because I brought Mansell back in and I should never really have dropped Mansell for the first game of the season, and that's why. So we're going to call him Paul Gascoigne then. I mean, what a name. Sol Mansell. Love it. Fucking love that. Second nationality, Portuguese. So bear in mind, it could be a Portuguese region, I guess. I don't know, but who makes up these fucking names? I see the name Sol Mansell, right, and I think of Sol Campbell, and I think of Nigel Mansell. Which cunt fucking comes up with these? Right, so, well, where else can we go to? What else can we go to? So I've recently taken Hong, if that's how you pronounce it, out of my lineup because I've brought in Cooper. Jim Cooper, I've brought him in. I think he deserved his shot. And, you know, he's looking good. He's looking very good. Morley. Now, Morley, 32 years of age. I've recently brought him into the middle because Jurgen de Winter, who was initially a starter, I've shifted him over to the bench. And the guy who I had in the middle, which was Bert Marbus, I've moved him over to the left. Granchev is my right winger. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good indeed. I think Matt's finished his game, I believe. One thing I forgot to get before I started my stream was a drink. So in a minute I'm going to get myself a drink. Probably do that next time I get a chance to. Alright, okay. So the old Rezzi's there taking some new contracts. And, you know, just to remind you on something about how this game originates. One of my series that I had going, I still got going, I just didn't touch it for fucking months, is my 7-Up. And I based that, I don't know if you can recall, I called it 7-Up because I based it as starting as Liverpool and wanted to finish it as Manchester United because it was shortly after Liverpool beat Man United 7-0 last season. And and also trying to go through the 7 countries that I'd opened. I think I've done all the countries bar Belgium. I've done a couple of countries twice. I think I went to Spain. I left Spain and I went back to Spain because I didn't do it the first time. And this network game was started based on that. And you can tell that just purely by all the jobs we've had. And obviously another one on my tick list is, of course, Boca Juniors, who was my last job before Man United. I was only there for just under a season, or just over a year, shall I say. I took charge for the whole of the closing stages and we won the title. And that was enough for me. That was enough for me to say, fuck off. Okay, here we go then. Big game, Arsenal. They knocked us out the FA Cup at Old Trafford last season, so you'll forgive me if I'm not fucking confident here. I'm just not confident at all. Still waiting for Dave Treasurer to pop his head up, and he'll probably write. When Dave pops up, he will come up with a comment. Ba-da-da-dum. In the old fucking song from fucking Yazoo or Flying Pickets. Ba-da-da-dum. That's what he'll say. I know him like an open book. Okay, enough of me fucking around. Let's go straight into this game. Did I change this? Yeah. Okay, so let's see what they're playing. Look at that fucking pathetic defensive bullshit formation. Look at that. And this is why I left Liverpool the first time. I started out as Liverpool in this game. I have returned to England to take... I've had Arsenal. I've had Leeds. I've had Liverpool for a second stint. And now I'm back for Man United. So this is my 5th stint in England after 2 stints at Liverpool. And on each occasion, I've won the title. Look at this. Look at this fucking bullshit. You know, if you're struggling on a game, you can accept it a little bit. Fuck you, Rich. Fuck you. If they score now, Rich, scat, you can kiss my arse. Tell me 0-1 banker, Arsenal banker, you wanker. And there you go. Sol Mansell with a... Oh, shit, what happened there? Fuck. I keep getting this fucking pop-up. Okay, that was justified. Don't say to me that they weren't justified. Rich, I've got to be honest. I don't recognise your name if you've been into these streams before. So just brace yourself, mate, for some swear words, some vile language, some disgusting subjects, and some loudness. I'm saying loudness for the benefit of one of my fans on YouTube who seems to have an issue with me speaking loud. And I'm not gonna say no more about it now, Larry Barry, whatever your fucking name is. Larry, how convenient. I'm not gonna say no more about it now, Larry. Right? Fuck off. There you go. End of discussion. Okay, so Matt's had a tough start. I mean, he's bought well, and it will definitely be between me, Matt, and I don't know, maybe one or two other teams. It was Watford last season. Let me just have a gander to see if anyone particularly did shit. I need to look about giving this guy a new contract. He's going to be unprotected soon, and I believe I can fly. I believe we can still get a couple of good years out of him. So we can offer him a new deal. There you go. Job done. Okay, let's make sure everyone is protected. Oh shit, Morley's not. Fuck. Morley's out of contract at the end of this season, but he's playing at the minute. So I'm going to offer Morley a new deal. 32. Do you know what? Fuck it. You know, you're performing for me. That's all that counts. Okay, so Arsenal. Fucking Arsenal. Chelsea, West Ham. And he's taking the lead. Just to give you a really quick recap. Quick recap. Matt's previous clubs. That's all his previous clubs. The only team he's failed at was Paris Saint-Germain on his first stint, and you can see why. He didn't win a title, and he was dismissed. And he's won the title everywhere else that he's been, including his return to PSG. Just want to, he had Inter years back, and he finally won a title at AC Milan. And as for me, it's a very similar story, but a few more teams. The only team I didn't win the title at was Dortmund in my first stint, where I walked away. I regret walking away, but our second stint at Dortmund, we did claim it. Our longest stint has been at River, as you can see. So we took over River in January, right at the start of the closing stages. We concluded that, and we won it, and then we fucked off because Argentina is shit. Nothing against Argentines, but the league is shit. Okay, game's over. Let's see what the score was then from Matt. Nicely done, Matt. Nicely done. But I'm not going to lie to you, Matt. I wanted you to draw or lose because I'm being really selfish. Okay, now Luton, right? Now I said to you Luton beat me earlier in the season. And you're asking yourself now, fucking Luton. But Luton also smashed Matt at one point last season 4-0. So, Luton clearly will be a force, and I vaguely remember a few seasons back when we were both in Italy. Luton were in the Champions League. I think they finished 4th for a few successive seasons. Let's have a quick look at that, shall we? Pretty sure they did. Yeah, there it is. 4th, 3rd, 4th. Shit, my phone. Right, okay. Okay, let's focus on the next game then. In all fairness, it was a bit of a killer for Matt not to be in the Champions League. The last game of the season fucked him over. He had to win and hope that. I think it was Liverpool. We knew it was going to be top 3. I've never, until I've seen it on this game, I'd never known England to fall out of the top 4 for Champions League. Never. And this proves that it does happen. Somebody once said that table is bullshit, but it's clearly not, because Italy are killing that coefficients table at the minute. And that's due to the fact of me with Inter Milan, and even after me leaving Inter, Udinese and Perugia have gone on to win it. So Italy have won it for the last 5-6 years. So yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? In fact, we'll have a gander at that in a minute. But that's why the Italians are so far ahead on the coefficients. I believe it gets updated like the following season or something like that. Okay, let's just take a look at our... Yeah, we're going to play the same lineup. You'll notice there is one big thing I have... excuse me. I have made one massive change. This guy here, Cornelisi, I believe that's Aaron Winter. But you can see why I dropped him. 6'6", not fucking good enough. Simple as that. And Reto Muller is a man that's coming in. Still not happy with that, truth be told. I have got a third DMC, but he's just fucking awful. Something else Matt pointed out, which I totally agree with. We're so used to playing with like world-class squads, like we did at AC Milan, Inter Milan, Dortmund, PSG. We need one more transfer window. We definitely need one more window. Okay, so we've got a couple of home games now then. We've got Fulham at home. Has Matt got a game? He has, hasn't he? So Matt's at home to Watford. Watford won't be easy, although they are 16th. Will not be easy. They were taking us all the way last season. I think it was 2 games to go. They ended up surrendering their title challenge. Penalty, there you go. Grachev, he is my number 1 penalty taker, which is always good. Okay. Looking good. I'm going to take Ben Morley off just purely as a precaution. And I'm going to bring on... Yeah, that's what we'll do. I've just seen a message there. Why was the Argentine league so shit? I've been waiting to take over... When I mentioned... Right, mate. Now, this is the thing you see, Mike, right? This is exactly what was my philosophy. I thought, you know what? I've never really played a game in Argentina or Brazil. And I selected them both as playable leagues. And I thought, you know what? It'd be nice. But the reason I fucking hated it, right, is because... The transfer windows are all really fucked up. They are really, really fucked up transfer windows. And I'm not going to go into it, but once you check it, I mean, you probably need to do it yourself to understand what I mean. And the opening stage, the closing stage, you can only have 4 non-Argentines. So we're not talking non-Europeans. 4 non-Argentines can be involved. You know, like your free non-EC rule bullshit. But and it was just shit. It was very difficult to... I had like £200 million, but I just couldn't attract worldies. Well, I could, but it was no good. The worldies were no good because I had to have 7 Argentine players in any match day domestic game. So it was just boring me. And I got lucky, really, because Chelsea job came up and Matt went for it. And I didn't bother going for it. Now... As Matt got it, or was offered it, the Man United job came up. Matt took Chelsea. I then went for Man U, took it, because it was a good chance to... It was a good opportunity to just leave Argentina. And the rest is history. Alan Stubbs. Do you know what? This makes me laugh, right? So he's been linked with Hertha Berlin. Man, you look at PSG. Jesus Christ. PSG. Fucking fallen giants. Fallen giants. Look at that. Matt will never forget, I think, his sacking at PSG. He will never... I don't think he'll ever get over that. I don't think I'll ever understand. I remember it so clearly. He had a really bad season, like, because, you know, the expectations, you've got to win the title. And he was hanging out of the Champions League spots, and he climbed into it the last game of the season. But he was insecure on his job. First 2 games of the season, he won them both. Third game, he lost and got sacked instantly. Right, okay. Oh, mate, I need a drink. I'm fucking bursting for a drink. I'm going to dehydrate over here. Not sure how long we're going to go for tonight, guys. I'll let you guys decide on that. If you think it's worth staying tuned in, let me know. I signed a new deal. Okay, good stuff. Challenge accepted. The non-Argentine would probs fuck me off. But yeah, I think to be honest with you, Mike, it's one of those things you've got to give it a go. I feel, and then, you know, a bit like when someone says, "I wouldn't do that if I was you." You almost want to do it to make your own mind up. I disliked it. I like the idea of doing something new. We all do, but I didn't like it. And when I was in Portugal, at Porto, on this game, it was difficult. I was really struggling. And the hard part is getting out of Porto, getting out of Portugal to a big side. I think when you're in the elite countries like England, Spain, Germany, it's easy to get from one to the other. Providing, let me just quickly add, providing you are using a Nix Patcher. A lot of people say it's not easy to get jobs abroad. It's not on the vanilla version. That's why Nix Patcher rectified a few of those, tweaked a few of those issues. People say this isn't ODB. Well, fuck you. It is ODB, and the only tweaks I have is what I just said about getting jobs easier abroad, because that is not an in-game advantage. And B, I have the 4th column of attributes. C, I have the speed times 8 as opposed to default. And D, I have coloured attributes. That are the only, so they're not in-game differences. So, and anyone that says otherwise, bollocks. Okay, shit in hell. Right, my fucking wire's getting all fucking tangled up like a fucking motherfucker. Okay, so I'm going to try and refresh my phone so I can at least try and acknowledge whoever it is that's watching. Because I've just seen a couple more of you guys have joined. And I like to try. I'm a nice host here. I've got a lot of courtesy. I'm not a complete bastard. Let's see if we can find out who it is then. No, I can't find out. Why can't I find out, you fucking bastard? I don't understand how that works. I really don't. Why is it not giving me an option, is what I ask. I don't fucking know. Bullshit. But yeah, going back to you, Mike, I would definitely give it a go. I did it with America once. Hey, there he is. Dave, working but miss your face. Dave, you've made me lose a bet there because I expected you to hop in singing ba-da-da-dum. But you are here. You are working. But miss your face. Mate, you know, I have that effect on people, right? A lot of people miss my face when they're throwing bricks at me because I fucking run like a little rat up a drain pipe. But it's good to see you, Dave. Nice one for dropping in. Mate, fuck work, right? Or, mate, I'll tell you what, because you drive people, so don't have this on loud whilst you're driving someone from one location to another, because you won't get a fucking tip. You will not get a tip. And if we end up on a subject to do with fucking taxi passengers, I might lay into them about their fucking tight cunts. That being said, Dave, the other day, right, I got Annie a taxi, and she was getting a taxi, and I helped her load it up, and I had to say to the taxi driver, I ain't coming, so can you help her unload? And I know the prick wouldn't have done it had I not have said that. Some of them are fucking wankers here. They are absolute wankers. And it's wrong that I had to fucking tell him, because he's a fucking arrogant shit. Okay, Matt, ready for this? I haven't even applied. Racing Santander have offered me the position of manager. There is a small amount of money. Well, do you know what, right? It's a shame it's a yes-no, isn't it? It's a shame I can't just say, go fuck yourselves. Yeah, you know, it's flattering. It's very, very flattering, Racing Santander. And truth be told, right? Yeah, fuck you, Matt. Truth be told, right, Matt? If there's one country I'd like to go back to, it's Spain. And the reason it's Spain is because I've done PSV twice, I've done France twice, I've done Germany 3 times actually, because I did Bayern Munich and Dortmund. England a few times. I would like to go back to Spain, and I think you would as well, Matt, to an extent. I think I'd like to go to Barcelona. You know, I feel like one of those fucking typical Arsenal players who's playing brilliant for 5 years, and all of a sudden says, it's my dream to play for Barcelona. I feel like one of those. I'm a bit of a fucking hypocrite, really, because I call them all cunts. But certainly, I've got no desire to go to Races Santander. Right, okay. And I still can't see who's logged on to start watching. I'd go back to Spain. I knew you would, Matt. I knew you would, and I think you probably knew I would, because Spain, we haven't done much in Spain, have we? I was going to go to the coefficients, weren't I? And I was also going to tell you, so I started a game in America. I think it might have been on one of the updates a couple of years ago, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, but it's not the EPL. It's not any of the main leagues. But it was there, you know. Paris Saint-Germain jobs available, Matt. If you're thinking of fucking off, Benidorm FC. Well, Rich, you're in fine form. I've got to give you that. Benidorm FC, yeah, I might consider it if you give me sexual favours. I will do it. Other than that, no deal. Matt, you're now thinking, you fucking dirty yeah, well, you know what? I told you, Rich, I'm a cunt. PSG, are you going? Are you going to go on, Matt? Go on, I dare you to. Ross Horn, welcome. I'm watching and got the Chelsea prediction spot on. Mate, what did Chelsea finish? I don't even know what Chelsea... Oh, Chris Plant. Hello, mate. I've just spotted that you popped up. Chris Plant. Let me remind myself now, Chris. I might have this wrong. You live in America or you've been to America? I can't remember. But it's good to hear from you. Matt, you're not going to apply. I didn't think you would, but I think if it was Barcelona, you would. Good to hear from you, Chris. Ross, yeah, so I'm not sure what the score was. I've got 3-0 for Chelsea. Matt says I've got 3-0 for Chelsea. I think I went 4-0. Shit, I didn't even put my fucking scores. Fuck. Fuckity. I forgot to release my scores. Shit, let me just go to my scores. Oh, fuck. Oh, I can't believe I did that. I need to quickly pull it up. What was the score? Somebody tell me the score. From Hull to Vegas, been there 18 years, no difference really. Hull to Vegas, no difference. Right, well, I beg to differ that it would be different than Peterborough in the UK, Chris. But as I said, Chris, it's been a while and it's great to hear from you. So, guys, with regards to predictions, my prediction for the Chelsea score is... What did I say, for fuck's sake? I said 3-0. Oh, no, I said 3-0 to Chelsea. So I now need to go and fucking... Oh, do you know what? No one's answering me, you fucking rude cunts. I'm going to have to go and check. Oh, 3-0! 3-0! Right, fuck you. I need to... Hang on a minute. I need... Oh, my God. Now it looks like I'm fucking cheating, don't it? Now it looks like I'm cheating. Right, well, I'm just going to have to direct people to... direct people to this stream if they don't believe me. I feel a bit guilty there. Sterling 2 and Jackson 1. I thought I said 4-0 to be honest with you. But I'm going to show you something very, very quickly. Where are we? Number 20. No, number... Oh, fuck, where am I? Number 40. Number 40. In fact, I'll have a look at yours in a minute, Matt. For fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't even fucking get to it now. Fucking cunt. Right, so I've gone 3-0 Chelsea. 0-2 Spurs, 3-1 Arsenal, 0-0 Brentford, 1-1 Everton, 2-0 Man United, 1-1 Brighton, 0-2 to Villa, Sheffield United, Man City 0-3, and Newcastle Liverpool, I've gone 1-1. Let me just, in fact, I'm just going to fucking, I know what I'm going to do, very, very, very quickly. Matt, just to cover my back, I'm going to send you a screenshot, Matt, of all the predictions. Sorry if you're waiting for me there, guys. Getting a little bit fucking carried away there. Oh, Burns is injured. Little story behind that guy Burns. When I arrived at Manchester United, he was leaving. He was going on a unprotected deal to Birmingham. The deal fell through. He signed a new deal, and there he is. Okay, as is. Okay, I'm going to try and get to... Trying to get to Matt here. Who am I playing? Why is it taking me so fucking long? Right, okay. Fucking... I'm using... Oh, shit. Matt, am I playing you? Why is it taking so long? Fucking bullshit. Right, okay, but guys, bear with me. It's my own fault. I've loaded up... Edge, I've got Mozilla up with my stream, I've got Hamachi open, I've got OBS. I'm just going to send you, Matt, just to cover my back with regards to predictions, so I can send a reference to anybody. There you go. Right, that's sent to you, Matt. I need to cross that bullshit out, okay. Oh, it wasn't you I'm playing, Matt, so apologies there, guys. That was taking a bit of a while. I will go back to it in a minute, Matt, and see what you said. That's if a spot on home win, Matt. A spot on home win is 4 points. A spot on away win is 5 points. A normal home win, like if you said 1-0, they win 3-0, you get 1 point. Away win, 2 points. But an extra 3 points if it's spot on. For a draw, if it's a normal draw, you say 1-1, it finishes 2-2, you get 3 points. Spot on draw, 6 points. So the points are really on the draws, but it's a lot more difficult to predict draws, just like it was back in the olden days with the football pools. was going to go to the Champions League, weren't I? And the coefficients. Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. Come on, I ain't got all fucking day. My substitute has scored. Come on, there you go. Bambi. We are looking good. We are looking good. Okay, very, very pleased with that. The little fucking youngster. Matt is struggling at... Oh, I didn't realise he's got Liverpool away. Big, big game for Matt. Absolutely, that's a monstrous game. And I'm just going to go and quickly check something. Before... I mean, I am cheering you on, Matt, in a way. You know, from the stream perspective. I am cheering you on, genuinely. I don't like us to go through bad phases. You know, it's not nice. Okay, just quickly, I've just fired up predictions. Matt, you said 3-0. Matt, you did say 3-0. Matt did say 3-0. Okay. So that's a spot on. I don't know who you're playing, Matt, but that's a perfect start for you. I'm not sure what time Matt's game at. Oh, it's finished. It's finished 1-1. Luton go to the top of the Premier League. Can you fucking believe that bullshit? Luton are top. Before I forget, I keep saying it, don't I? So Perugia, Udinese, and of course me with a hat-trick for Inter Milan. So with regards to the coefficients, that's why Italy are absolutely destroying it. It probably makes sense that it's Spain in second, but then they take into account the UEFA Cup, don't they? I don't know how they take it into account, you know, what they do exactly. I'll be intrigued, but at least I know that it is taken into account, because in all fairness, I knew it was on this game when Germany was toying third and fourth. As soon as England get back into third, because I didn't do well in Europe last season, I got knocked out in the fourth round. Matt weren't in Europe last season. Let me take a look at see who is online, who is watching. Oh, for some reason I've gone to fucking YouTube. And we can hopefully just give a little bit of acknowledgement. Dave, Tim, Tim Edwards, mate, hello, how are you, Tim? I can now see that you're here. It's good to hear from you, Tim. What league are Hull City in? I will have a look in a minute, mate, if you give me 2 minutes. I have been to Hull before, Chris, and I don't know if it's still there. Is it the Deep? Is that still there, the Deep? Okay, so for the benefit of Chris, let's have a look where Hull City are. Division 2. Okay, not doing too well. Let's have a quick... Yeah, they're sort of like flirted with Division 1 and 2. Oh, they're starting 3. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Sounds about right. Right. Now, let's just see our next game. I'm really still dehydrating over it. I'm fucking dying over it. I could die live on stream of dehydration. All because I didn't want to be rude to you guys. So, what we're going to do is we will go to the UEFA Cup. Where's Matt's game? Matt is playing... whoever, so we'll put that on view, so I'll leave that game playing, and Matt, I'll leave that game for you guys to watch whilst I go and get myself some drink, and I've got Friends on in the background. Now there's an element of you now, people saying, oh my god, that is the most lamest comedy ever, but Chris, you live in America, what do you think of Friends? It's not quite Your Only Fools and Horses, and it's a different sort of comedy to the average. I mean, I didn't like it for the first season, but it is I quite like it. If you die, at least do it quietly. Mate, look, right, if I die, yeah, you can save this video, upload it, and imagine how many hits you could get, right? All I ask is that you upload it onto my channel. And why would you say that, Ross? Why you got to be so fucking rude? Why you got to be a cunt? Good to hear from you, Ross. I haven't watched it since living in England. It's one of those comedies you'll either like it or you'll fucking hate it. A bit like Marmite. Okay, so let's... I don't know what people's perspectives are with squad rotation, but if something's not broke, I don't like to try and tamper with it, and I just play the same lineup. as far as Burnout's concerned, fuck you, this is a computer game, you fucking deal with it. I believe this in real life as well. Don't tell me you're playing too many games whilst you earn your 100 grand a week. You will fucking play every day if I had my way. Yes, Ross, mate. That's it, Matt. Fucking encourage him. Or are you just saying yes, that he's here? Yes, Ross, mate, if because of what he said, or that he's here. Watch a League of Gentlemen. Oh, hang on a minute. League of Gentlemen. I'm trying to remember. Is Roy Chubby Brown? Is he the mayor in that? Am I getting confused with something? Royston Farsi. Is it? Or am I thinking of something else? What am I thinking? Because he's there. Because he's there. All right, man, that's fine. I thought you were encouraging him to hope that I die. Yeah, I think Royston Vasey. Yeah, Royston Vasey. That's Roy Chubby Brown's birth name. Check me out. Check me out. I'm not just full of shit. I love Roy Chubby Brown. Okay, so if you die, mate, this game. Yeah, you see, there's a little bit of fucking clever thinking there. Chubby's real name, yes, it is. A bit of clever thinking. If I die, the game dies. Knowing Ross, he'll say, "Well, send me the save over, and I'll take over." Okay. So who we got now then in the Champions League? I forget. I can't remember who's in the group other than Inter Milan. It'd be nice to see Inter get knocked out. I don't think it will happen. Obviously, from Matt's point of view, he would rather Inter not get knocked out, because if they get knocked out and finish third, they'll drop into the UEFA Cup, which will then just give him more... Oh, for fuck's sake! Now, right... I mean, it took me a minute to work. I didn't even realise it was Southend, you fucking bellends. So, let me get this right. So they've had loans for clearly for 1 week or 1 month, haven't they? The fucking pricks. Do you know what? When somebody bids for a player on loan, I don't ever look at that club, and probably in reality I should. Okay, so on to the next game. Let's take a look now then. Morley 722 light. Okay. Okay, so we're playing Sparta Prague. A little bit of a longer delay there between when I press continue when the game's going. And we're off and running. Okay. Oh, God. I'll tell you why I need a drink so badly, yeah. Because I do so much fucking talking. I can't sit here in silence, can I? Jesus. Wouldn't be fucking worth doing, would it? I've tried those silent streams before. They're just shit. They're just really shit. Right, 1 up. Grachev with the goal. Okay. 2-0. There you go. Game over, motherfuckers. I mean, we haven't had any real tough-looking games of late. So, for me to say we're in good form of late, you know, when we start playing a little bit more tougher opponents, then we really need to probably look at things. I didn't mean to put him on. Okay, right, 6p, right, okay. Andy Lakin, hello. Wayne O'Rourke, hello. I can see you guys have just popped up. I've got this running on my phone as well, so my phone tells me, well, inconsistently, when someone starts watching, whereas the computer don't. So, warm welcome to you guys. Hope you're both well. In fact, Wayne, I've not heard from you for a while. Now, you are, without doubt, Wayne, the most predictable person ever. Because when an update comes out, you normally message me a week later. Actually, you're not the only one. You're not the only one. But there's always a message from Wayne, right, when there's an update out. Hello, mate. How are you? Can you do my update? No, it's all good. It's all good, mate. It's all good. Okay, so... oh, look at that. Fuck you. Did you see that? Mönchengladbach 2, Inter Milan 0. Wow. And we've got to play them yet at home. So we're going to go to Mönchengladbach in a moment. Well, who knows? Who knows? Now we are coming to the UEFA Cup. Oh shit, I'm going to have to wait until... I just thought. Matt, you're going to have to bear with me, because when your game kicks off... Mine's going to pause now, because I'm viewing your game. When your game kicks off, I will... I'll press kick off, because... Obviously, I could pause your game, Matt, if I wanted. I'm not going to, obviously. But I could theoretically pause your game. But don't panic, Matt, if it gets to the second half and you can't kick off, because I'm just going to go get myself a drink. I think I'll need to kick off the second half as well. Yeah, I mean, it's good to do this sort of stuff, but ordinarily on a network game, I wouldn't watch Matt's game. Right, here we go. So there you go. I have to kick it off. So I can look at Matt's tactics, for example. I can look at... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that team. Okay. And another fucking drink. Fuck you, you cunt. I've not even had one yet, you cheeky cunt. Oh, Matt, you lucky bastard. Do you know what? I've kicked off, and I haven't left the chair to get my drink. Mate, just fuck off. I didn't even get one. I'll go and get one. Fucking arsehole. I only want a squash. Right, I'll kick off the second half. Look at that. What a boring fucking game. Matt, you need this away goal. This will help towards the coefficients, Matt. Right. There you go. I'm going to get my drink. Right. Fucking motherfucker. Where's that fucking little prick? I can hear you. Come here. All I want is a fucking drink, and I can hear you fucking moaning. Right. Where are we? Oh, what the fuck, Matt? Oh, my days. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll go away for, like, not even a minute. And that happens. Matt, you... I don't want to be a cunt here, Matt, but you are a... And do you know, I don't need to say what a disgrace you are, Matt. Chris and Richard have already emphasised. Right, what else? To make sure I haven't missed anything. Right. That is absolutely horrendous, Matt. Excuse me. So did you play the whole second team there, Matt? Is that what you mean? Did you play the whole of the... Did you play your second string? I didn't pay too much attention, to be honest with you. Alright, okay. To be honest with you, Rich, I hope you don't mind me calling you Rich. It's either Rich, Richard, or Dick. I'll let you choose, or Mr. Jones. Matt knows. I mean, Matt often gets... Matt, I'm going to say that I think you get a little bit paranoid about getting the sack. And I think he's probably got a right to, because of the experience of the PSG. You know, the expectations become quite intense in the game. Right. Do you know what? I'm looking at my lineup there, and I can see my forward is red. And I'm worried. Because I think myself bet it's an injury, but I'm hoping he plays for Sierra Leone, so I'm hoping he's away on international. You fucking better be. Right. The save game just sometimes takes a while. Matt, you obviously downloaded the save today. Like I said, that took ages for me to upload to SendSpace. for some reason. Don't quite know why. See, I'd put the whole squad up for... I think you mean to write Sale, yeah? The problem is, Rich, I don't know if you've tuned in before, Rich, or if you know much about the series. We have a self-imposed rule of 7 transfers per calendar year, per CM calendar year. So whichever calendar year applies. So it can't. We've both done 7. Pre-arranged deals do not count. First things first. First things first. Let me just go and check my striker. Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh, for fuck's sake! Come on! Oh, that really fucking hacks me off. That really fucking winds me up. And we got a ban there as well, didn't we? I see, for one game. Okay. Okay, I mean, we have got, you know, a ready-made replacement. Even Johnny Evans. Well, John Evans. Oh, my God. Can't fucking believe that. Really can't. I know... I don't like disrupting it, to be honest with you. I'm still not convinced about Muller, if the truth be told. I'm just not convinced by him. My DMC needs to be performing better than 758. And I still think Cornelisi... Is it Cornelisi? I still think that there's more to come from him. I feel that there's better to come from him. Portsmouth won't be easy. They finished runners-up 2 seasons ago. Behind Arsenal. Season before last. So I will not take these for granted. Well, interesting. I've got a very similar, quite similar formation to myself. Here we go. I was talking with Matt earlier on, yesterday, and he said he finds all away games difficult. I find all games... England is a fucking shitter. It's a shitter at times, but... I don't know, probably because we're both English. You want to play in England, don't you? It's the EPL. You know, I don't care what anyone says. The EPL is the strongest league in the world. And don't ever no one say Saudi Arabia is stronger. Don't swear on stream. Okay, it's Portsmouth. I mean, we've dominated it, haven't we? We've dominated it completely. But I need a second goal. Okay. I was going to say, yeah, someone's off. I need that second goal. There you go. There you go. Happy with that. I think we're going to make a few changes here. I'm actually going to make... Okay, that's one. I'm actually going to give a few minutes to these guys here. Saudi Arabia is stronger. Why? Why would you say that? Why? It's funny, really, because so many players that have gone to Saudi Arabia I can't fucking stand. So I guess, in a way, I'm glad they've gone there, because they can all fucking rot in hell together. Jordan Henderson let me down, because I like Jordan Henderson, and I was a big fan, and I rated him, but now he's a cunt. Gerrard, well, he's a cunt anyway. Ronaldo's the biggest cunt. You know, Mitrovic, don't get me started on Mitrovic, fucking dirty cheating bastard. Okay, big result. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even see where they were in the league. I didn't even look, but clearly, as you can see, they're top 4. Right, okay. Oh my God. Donald Trump trying to envisage Donald Trump saying it. Saudi Arabia is stronger. Can you imagine it? I read something today. Yeah, I don't even know who it was. Somebody has come out with this quote that Zlatan Ibrahimovic has said. So it's not Zlatan saying it. Somebody saying that Zlatan said it. That Messi is not a good striker, and the American League is shit. And if he's as good as what he's made out, he should be scoring 7 goals a game. Now the problem is, right? Zlatan Ibrahimovic is a total wanker. He's a great striker. He's got an absolute amazing record, and I think he's an amazing striker, or it has been. But he's a dirty bastard, and he's a cunt. Oh, he scored. I didn't realise what a tough game this was for Matt, but he's just taken the lead. Minutes to go. Chelsea 1, Arsenal 0. It's all over. Big result, but I'll tell you who I didn't look. Did Luton play in the last... Oh, they lost at Derby. I didn't even check that. Well. Luton lose at Derby. Look at the stats. Okay, we will look at the stats for you, Matt. Oh, my God. That is ugly. They're playing that shitty formation. It's fucking awful, isn't it? Good result, though, Matt. An important result. Look at all these 2-0s. Mönchengladbach. Now, we've already qualified. Now, you could say I should play my second string. Because I've won the group, regardless. But I don't want to fuck around. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to change things around. I think if it was the end of the season in the league, then it's different. Okay, Man City, Liverpool. Oh, I don't know. Okay, a trip to Mönchengladbach. Okay, I should really think about the Derby game, though. Okay. Oh, I'm still thinking. I'm mulling it over. You can see QPR finishing top 2. Now, what made you say QPR? Just out of interest there, Rich. I see, yeah. Yeah, they look a good team. Secure, though. Got a bit of money. What's Lima's stats like? The striker that scored for you. Mate, he's fucking great. It was difficult to not really... I don't know. I let him start... But I am going to let Lima stay. Oh, shit. Evans can't play. He's not named. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to make one change. Because I'm unsure about this in defensive midfield. Cornelius can start. We've got obviously going to have to make a change at the back. Oh, he's my sub, isn't he? He's my captain. So Ashley will come in. And I think Morley and Grachev will both come in. And Cooper. Well... It's justified, isn't it? So Cooper comes out. Grachev comes out, and that's going to be Burns that comes in there. And Morley as well. And Lozano, maybe? Morley as well and Lozano. Going to give him another game. He's got to do something better. So Morley's playing in the middle, isn't he? Do you know what? Let's give Bennett a run. 31 years of age. Okay. Oh, shit. Here we go. I'm still confident to beat them. Matthew Ashley would have been a starter, but the prick got me 3 red cards last season. Literally towards the end, he picked up a 3rd red card for the season and started the season during a 4-match ban. Fuck you! Right, okay. I take things so personally, don't I, sometimes? You see, I haven't dominated it like I have been, and... Look at that, right? Alex Cornelius, this really frustrates the shit out of me. I bring him in... But Bennett... Fuck you, Bennett! You're saying Bennett, but look at this prick. But there's a part of me, right? There's a part of me that wants to give these guys, Cornelius and Bennett, right, an opportunity to fucking prove me right for picking them. Okay? So, with regards to Richard Jones's suggestion of get that Bennett off because he's a liability, fuck you, is what I say. One of us are going to be saying sorry to the other in a minute, Rich. Okay. Okay, his legs have gone. 20 minutes to go. Do you know what? I'm going to let them both stay on. Right? My pride won't let me take them off because I'm going to take this. I'm going to bring John Shirley on. John Shirley's another young kid. I mean, we're winning, but look at that. That's what I like to see. Lima De Souza with a nice little hat trick. Ready for these ratings. Six is right, and it's just not fucking good enough. You know, Inter 1, Sparta Prague 0. Do you know what? You are so fucking lucky, Inter. You are so fucking lucky because that's qualified them now. They've just beaten Sparta Prague, so even if I beat Inter in the last game and Sparta Prague win 10-0, Inter will still qualify. The game's not sophisticated enough to work that out yet, but because it goes on their heads-up games. So Inter Milan have qualified, which really that's me that's done that for them by beating Mönchengladbach just then. You can't change a winning team. The thing is, though, right? I'm going to revert back, but I had a lot of players that are unfit, and I wouldn't play players that are 89% unless it was an absolute extreme emergency. Going back to what Mike just said there, Lima De Souza is the man. Well, he was the man. He was the man, but he didn't do anything in the first couple of games. He let me down quite a lot, to be honest with you. But he's getting his chances again with Mansell out injured. So let's bring in Cooper back. Gratcha. Oh, see, Burns got me an 8. Burns got me. Did he just get 2 assists, Burns? He fucking did, didn't he? He got me 2. It weren't an 8. It was a. You got to see, and that's what makes it so good. But he's got to come out. Grachev will definitely come back in. Grachev I like because using a winger, I like the idea that he's got crossing ability of 20. He's got a decent pace, decent passing. I think he's got some really good attributes there. Bennett, prick. Cornelisi, prick. You will be on the bench. Let's go to defence then. Lai will return. What did Scholes get? He got me an 8, which is fine. That's good. That's very, very good. Okay, so the Bente, if it's Bent Lai, that's a bit of an interesting one. Bente Lai will reclaim the captaincy armband. Okay, Oliver Kahn's been sacked. Being 27 seasons in, it's always nice to see where the original players are. Whoa, what's going on there? Well, this is something you could do with that. Matt is going to extra time. So what was he? He was 3-1 down. Matt. 3-1 down against Aston Villa. Let's see where Villa are. I don't think they're top flight. No, they're not. They are first division. Right, okay. Right, we're all cheering you on here, Matt. Well, I am. Richard's not. Richard just sent me a PM saying he hopes you lose. You playing your Rezzies? Don't you be playing fucking games with me, Matt. Rezzies, I don't give a shit. Your Rezzies should be good enough to beat a second-tier team. Oh, you bring the big boys in? Yeah, they've come on, have they? Oh, Ronin. Like Ronin, because Ronin's your key player, isn't he? Or he's been fucking magnificent for you. Valenti's key. Okay, you've just started your first period of extra time. Valenti's a good player. Oh, Villa has scored! It's 4-3 to Aston Villa. The papers are going to fucking crucify you here, Matt. He's out. He's out the League Cup at the first hurdle. Absolutely disgraceful. So, Rich, at what point did I make you director of football? No, I'm joking. So, you're telling me to loan Matt Bennett. I'm going to show you something, though. Matt Bennett? Who the fuck's Matt Bennett? You mean Martin Bennett? I'm guessing you mean Martin. And secondly, I have this philosophy, or I have this little rule. Mike, you son of a bitch. Time to whip Wob, Matt. Rich, I don't send players out on loan above 23, 24 years of age. I certainly wouldn't be sending a 31-year-old. If he don't make it, he ain't going to never make it. He'll just rot in my reserves or he can fuck off. There's a burp coming, guys. I'm going to call you ladies there. Should pre-warn you. Oh. Matt, I'll have a look at your stats on your game there. Excuse me. Oh, mate, you were outplayed. You were totally outplayed. I mean, you were 3-1 down at half-time, and that was on an equal number of players. Loan Bennett to... yeah, I don't think Matt would want Bennett. I don't know. He could probably do a job. No, I'm joking, Matt. I'm making the joke. I think, you know... There's a fine line between playing the Rezzies. I mean, away to Villa weren't going to be an easy game, in all honesty, Matt. For the simple reason, think back, Matt, to last season. Last season, right, guys, when we both took over Chelsea and Man United, it turned out that Chelsea finished 5th the previous season, and Liverpool finished 6th the previous season. I'm telling you Liverpool for a reason. However, both of those clubs, including Chelsea, who finished 5th, were not in Europe, believe it or not. And that was because, obviously, we looked at the coefficients and the top 3 went into the Champions League. 4th was Manchester United. Of course, I'd just taken over. They were in the UEFA Cup. The FA Cup winners was Portsmouth, but they finished 2nd. So the runners-up went into the UEFA, which was Villa. Villa were 1st Division, 2nd tier. And West Bromwich Albion, 1st Division, 2nd tier. Won the League Cup, so they were in Europe. So it was bullshit. And the Intertoto was Ipswich, and they got knocked out at the first stage. A lot of unhappy players in Matt's team. Maybe that's the issue. Just an assumption. Let's go and have a look then. Rich, did you just swear, Rich? You just swore there. You mentioned Jesse Lingard. Don't ever mention that guy's name again. He's an absolute wanker. I fucking hate him with a passion. Please tell me you don't like him. Please tell me you don't like him. Let's take a look at Matt's team then. We've just been informed that there's a lot of players unhappy. 3rd choice goalkeeper. He'll want first team football, won't he? Yeah. They're not really key players, I feel. Yeah, I personally don't think it's a massive issue. Once they're homesick, it's very difficult to fucking get them happy. There's non-starters. Yeah, sorry, Matt, I've just seen your message there. Yeah, it's not any key players. I mean, we've had it, haven't we, where we've had it where a key player feels a move, and then all your main players get unhappy about it. Alright. Okay, let's have a look at that. Okay, but tough looking game for Chelsea. Away to Leeds. Leeds won't be easy. Leeds, of course, is who Matt started this whole game as. He started as Leeds. I think he had about 3 seasons. And, of course, I had a stint with Leeds. I had a year at Leeds. I won the title. Then I fucked off. Okay, so we are back to league action. Home to Derby before we go to Ipswich. And that typical CM, isn't it? Where you play someone and who you get in the cup, you're playing him in the league the very next game or the game before. So, fucking bullshit. Okay. I'm going to play Lima de Souza. How long is it before Mansell is still 3 weeks? Shit, let me just check my... Yeah, that's all good. Okay, here we go. If Matt loses again, I'm going to... Matt, bit of pressure there. Bit of pressure. Matt, you fucking lose, right? You lose as a viewer. So, no pressure, Matt, but you fucking lose as a viewer. Fucking hate that. As soon as they talk to the media about... Yeah, they're cunts. The thing is though, right, Mike... Mike, for the benefit of YouTube, Mike just said he fucking hates it when players fuel moves. They talk to the media, even if it's Van Nistelrooy. Oh, fuck you, Derby. They're cunts, especially when they're key players. And like you say, if it's Van Nistelrooy, you're almost forced to sell them. They're fucking wankers. Absolute bullshit. Their first shot on target. Oh, I can't. Fucking hell, I'm going to have to. They're both carrying knocks, aren't they? There's no doubt about it. They're carrying knocks. Oh, man, it's really fucking... Oh, come on, for fuck's sake. Absolute fucking bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. 69 minutes, 3-1 down. Look at the... Oh, mate. Matt's fucking pissing himself at the minute. Fuck you, Matt. And do you know what? That's you, fucking... That's you, Richard. That's fucking jinxed that. If Matt wins now... Absolute... I bet they're Wibwob. Look at that bullshit formation. Defensive bollocks. Wibwob striker. Fuck am I supposed to do? Can't really do much now. Frustrates the fucking shit out of me. Really frustrates the fucking bollocks out of me. Look at that. Absolute fucking bullshit. And do you know what? He's getting a fucking fine. He's getting a fucking fine. Matt, fucking hell. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck happened there? What the fuckity fuck happened there? But mate, I feel your pain. 2 red cards. I feel your pain. I said it, didn't I? You know, two of the first 3 games. Good night, lads. Richard, you're a cunt. Well, one thing's for sure, guys. Chris Plant ain't going nowhere because he's in America. So what's the time there, Rich? What's the time there, Chris? What is it? About 5:40, is it? About 5:40 or 2:40, something like that in the afternoon? I can't believe that. I really can't. And don't think I've forgotten goalkeeper. Because you're fucking getting a fine now. And I hope, in a way, I hope you fucking don't like it. Oh, do you know what? You'll get a 2-week fine. Fuck it. And I really... What's that? I couldn't give 2 shits if you don't like it. Oh, look. Do you know what? I love it when that happens. You're not having it. And because of that, you're coming off. I'm going to drop that cunt. I'm dropping that cunt. He can fuck right off. And I'm not... I won't, because of our imposed rules, I won't be selling him. Incidentally, I did pick up a young kid who came through the youth academy. Now, talking of the youth academy, right? I pointed this out to Matt. Matt, have you had any youth academies this season, out of interest? What I've noticed, right, is it doesn't tell me when a player comes into the youth academy. I only noticed it because I went to my training and I saw he weren't training. So I gave him a new contract. Because if it was a position that I weren't going to use, I'd have just fucked him off. Oh. Oh, my God. Right, okay. Right. Just getting a bit uncomfortable here. Need to just sit up. Right, here we go then. I mean, in all fairness, right, Lozano was shit, Bambi was shit. No, I can't really, I'm not, I've fucked up on this before, where I've made rapid changes. And I can't really take that risk of doing that. When De Winter was shit. Do you know what I'm going to do? That's what I'm going to do. I'm putting Hong in, and there is a reason. There's a method to my madness. Hong is coming in. He is a forward. The game picks and chooses when they tell you about youth players. I didn't. Do you know what, Mike? I only established that yesterday. I thought it always told you, if I'm honest with you. Always, but I was clearly wrong. That's really quite interesting. Right, I fucking hate it when it pauses like that. Okay, so, couple of couple of massive changes. You can see I've got a strong lineup there for the League Cup. Because unlike Matt, I take it serious. Unbelievable. Fucking bullshit. I'm gonna fall on my own sword there, right? I'm gonna fall on my own sword. Is that Ben Morley in your team? No, I took him out. Chris. And I've put in Hong. It goes silent because this is fucking really frustrating the shit out of me. Look at this. Absolute fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable. It really is. And do you know what? I gave him fucking 45 minutes. He can fuck off now then. Used to go to school with Ben Morley in Hull. That won't be the Ben Morley. Just so you know. The reason that won't be the Ben Morley is because it will be a regen. He'll be a regen of somebody. This is bullshit, isn't it? This is crazy. Absolute fucking ridiculous. Absolute fucking bollocks, isn't it? Ridiculous. It really is. Bambi was shit again. I'm fucking speechless on that. Really am. Fuck you, Matt, is what I say. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. That keeper Ferrari has fucked George. He fucking has, hasn't he? He fucking has. Unbelievable. Who fucking liked Matt's fucking... Mike acknowledging Matt's ha ha ha. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Matt. Do you know what? Fucking changes in. Grachev can come out. Burns can come in. Hong. What did Hong get me? He got me a 7. Fuck it. Morley can come in. 7-4-3. 7-4. Right. Okay. Lima's going to have to stay in. Ben Lai. I'm going to let Ben Lai stay in for the time being. Who's going to start in goal? It's just, that's really fucked me off. Matt's second leg down, and we need to keep an eye on this, don't we? Lost the first leg, wasn't it? In a secret Matt... I'm a secret Matt fan. Love an underdog. Matt will win the league. Plot twist. How about kiss my ass, Mike, is what I say. No, I love the bants. Okay, Matt's in control now to overturn his 1-0 deficit. 90th minute? We must be in the 90th minute. Yeah, he's done it. Matt scrapes through to the third round of the UEFA Cup. Okay. So fucking pissed off. So pissed off with that. Back-to-back defeats. Fucking batterings. They weren't even against what I felt was strong opposition. But, hey-ho. Right. I think we all... Oh, look who's just taken the Athletic Bilbao job. The Ronaldinho. Right. I don't give a shit about him. Fuck him. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, of course. Of course, we're at Ipswich again, aren't we? Fucking brilliant. Absolutely fucking brilliant. Well, do you know what 94 is going to have to fucking do? Simple as that. Okay, and do you know what? Do you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Right. They're gonna all fucking deal with it. Well, look at that for a formation. That's a fucking interesting one, isn't it? They start the day in 8th. I'm not confident at all. After what's just happened, right, or what's been happening, I'm not confident at all. Long way to go. Look at that. And for fuck's sake. Right, 85% for Bambi. You can come out. They're going to fucking score. That could tip the scales my way. There's too much blue writing. There you go. 2-0. Game over. Fuck me. That is a huge, huge sigh of relief, that is. It really is. Okay. We just scraped that, didn't we? We really just scraped that. Quick look now then. Hong got a 7. John Evans got a 7. And the goalkeeper got a 7. So we're back on top. We're back on top. Shall we watch Matt's game? Oh, look what's coming. What do I mean, shall we watch Matt's game? Matt's just had a game. We're talking about Div. Yeah, we'll watch Matt's game against Fulham, shall we? But look at Matt's next game. After this league game, look who he's got. He's playing me. This is what streams are all about. Matt then, having won it, he's on the back of, well, a league defeat. Good luck, Matt. Good luck. The big game's coming though, guys. The big game's coming. Manchester United versus Chelsea. Can we get some predictions, guys? What's it going to finish? Man United versus Chelsea. It's coming. It's coming to you live. I'm going to play Inter Milan. Now, I've got to be honest with you, right? I am going to play a complete resi team against Inter Milan. Because I've got to really rest them. My downside is I'm not going to be able to change my striker because Evans, my third choice striker, is one of the 3 players not named in my Champions League. Chelsea 3-2. Well, thanks for that vote of confidence there, Mike Evangelou. You think Chelsea will win 3-2? I mean... Oh, here we go. Good luck, Matt. Look at this. Look at these stats. Shit in hell, Matt. Fuck me's happened there. Look at that shit formation they've got. I can't believe them stats. I think Matt's got to make some sort of change. William Anderson, hello. I see you've popped on there. It's good to see you, William. Well, it looks like Matt's going to the drawing board. He's got to make a change. I think he's got to, hasn't he? Literally no shots in the second half from anywhere. He's under quite a lot of pressure in a minute now, Matt is. Matt's still making changes, it looks like. Right. Well, Hang on, come back to you in a minute, Chris. I saw you just rise. Oh, he's had a disallowed goal. Well, he's picked up on the old stats, that's for sure. Oh, that was harsh, Matt. That was really fucking harsh. I think given the first half, you're probably lucky you hadn't conceded, to be honest with you. Luton have drawn. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a good weekend for me. So Chris Plant says Man U 2, Chelsea 1. Well, thank you, Chris. Now it means it's going to finish a draw. Okay, so what I am going to do, I believe that was a West London derby. Yeah, more than likely. I'm shit at fucking geography and geographics like that, Mike. Can you tell I'm not from fucking London? I'm going to make a complete change of my back three. I'm going to leave my rookie goalkeeper in again. Right, okay. Here we go. Okay. I think that's that. Oh, bollocks, yeah, of course. Okay, so you can come in. Cooper and Hong. Hong, you're going to stay. Because, yep, that's that. Okay, let's also now go to Burns. What did Burns get me? Big games 12, Grachev, big games 9. Okay, sorry guys, not talking at the minute, I'm just literally deep fucking thought. Might give Bone a chance actually, in the middle of the park. I think we will put Bennett on the bench. Okay. Here we go then. Right, I believe that was also a head certificate. Yeah, right, I see what you mean, Mike. Hence the 0-0 and the difficulties to score. Right, here we go then. Inter Milan, let's just have a quick gander at their lineup. So they brought Mark Hughes regen. This prick chose Inter ahead of me last season. And look where they're playing him. They've got Dos Rios. I think I bought him, didn't I? 33, what a fucking player. Who's that guy? Who's Matt Mills? Matt Mills, I believe, is Beckham. I believe that's David Beckham. Stoichkov regen. Didn't even realise I got him. Okay. Okay, long way to go. It'd be a good morale booster, that's for sure. It makes no difference. Matt Meikle, hello mate, how you doing? It's good to see that you've dropped in there, Matt. I hope you didn't mind the tag, Matt. I know that you tend to drop in, that's why I tend to tag you. Hope that's okay. Okay, 1-0 at the break. I think what I've got to do... Bennett's going to come on. And I am going to bring on... I'm just thinking now. I'm going to have to take... See what? Go like that. Might make a change at about... Oh, there you go. 2-0. Get in. Bennett. Fucking Bennett. Okay. I'm just thinking... I'm just a little bit concerned about my striker because he needs to play in the next game. So... I'm going to bring on Jim Cooper. I just need to work out who the best player to go up top is. fuck's sake, where... No, fuck it. We'll just put a Hong up there. Okay. What a player. What a player. I'd like that cunt. Very unlikely. Okay. We've battled well there for a very, I mean, defense. Shirley was poor. Harris was shit. Bone was shit. Most important thing there is that's a fucking great result. I mean, Inter are so fucking lucky. They're so fucking lucky. Okay. Let's prepare, guys. Let's prepare. We got the big game coming up. Burns got me a 7. Do you know what? That's 2 7s. I'm sorry. You cannot do it. Cornelisi got me a 7. Not good enough. I needed more from you for that. Yeah, you can stay. Yep, 1, that's it, yep. What did you get me? You got me an 8, yeah? You got me an 8, well done. Sorry, Matt, I know you're probably already set up with your team, but I just need to, in between, every so often, make a change. What is that, quickly? I'll read that in a second. Okay, see who we've got in the second phase. Okay, now Bayern Munich, Roma, Villarreal. It's a difficult looking group. Joe Cole, the Joe Cole. Okay. Right, here we go. Here we go, the big one. Matt, will you take a draw? I think I'll take a draw if Luton can fail up again. Right. Come on, here we go. Well, I wish I had your optimism. For fuck's sake. Well, that fucking changes that, don't it? You bastard. Okay, so Winter, well, Bone's definitely coming out. Who did I have on the left wing? It was Morley in the middle, weren't it? Right, so let's put Lozano back in as well. Do you know what, Matt? Shall I tell you something? If I'd realised that I would have two key players in on international, I'd have requested a postponement. But it's too late. It's my own fault. I've fucked up there a little bit. So okay. Okay, I'm ready. No, oh no, Ronin. That's fucking good news. That's good news because I'm missing my fucking captain and my right winger. So screw you. Jeff Burr's 96%. Do you know what? You'll fucking deal with it. Do you know what? No, he's 94. Okay, here we go. Good luck, Matt. Good luck. Here we go, guys. Drum roll. Motherfucking drum roll. The big game. Chris Plant is predicted ascending off in this one. Well, if that happens, I hope it's a Chelsea player. Should we slow this down a little bit, guys? Matt, I'm only going to slow it down for the benefit of stream. Fuck you, Matt. Fuck you. You predicted a battering. You predicted you're going to batter me, Matt. Oh, come on. Fucking hell. Penalty appeals. Look at that. Absolutely fucking ridiculous, that is. That is absolutely ridiculous. The stats. Right, I'm going to give Hong a spot on the right. And just hope that it can do something. Oh, that Garcia is such a good player. Look at that. What a player. Said he'd be a monster player for you, Matt. 61 minutes, and I don't think I've seen any text since the start of the second half. We're level. We are level. Let's see, 10 minutes to go. Looks like Matt's making a change. I'm going to make one as well. Bring the veteran on. Don't normally make 2 subs with 10 minutes to go, but I need some fresh legs to try and find something. Chris Plant's going to lose his bet at a red card, it looks like. Okay, it finishes Manchester United 1, Chelsea 1. I think Chelsea will take that. I think they'll gladly take that. But that was an awful result, awful performance. Luton Town now then have got a game in hand, and if they win it, they're going to be top of the table. Fuck's sake. What can I say? What can I say? A little bit angry, a little pissed off with that. Pissed off with myself. Let's just have a look at... Try to see who else is worth saying hello to. So a quick hello to Philippe. I think you've popped in at some point. I don't know if he's still there now, but a quick hello to you, Philippe, for popping in. James Rattican, hello to you. You've popped in, and Antonio, is it Canaro? Hello to you as well, mate. I see that you've popped in as well. Are you off, Mike? Are you off, Mike Evangelou? Enjoy. Okay, mate. Been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. Take it easy. Hope you have nightmares. I feel pissed off, to be honest with you. And I don't, I feel really fucking angry. I need my striker back. I need Mansell. I need my Mansell back. What the fuck's just come on TV? Al Murray. I fucking hate Al Murray. I just look at him and he just looks like a sack of shit on stage with a pint in his hand. Mate, take it easy, yeah. Cheers for dropping in, Mike. Appreciate it. Where do we go? Where do we go from here? Do you know, I did it. Oh, they must have played. I missed it. Oh, they lost at home. I didn't even pay attention. Okay, Luton lost. So... Well, Portsmouth are now keeping up a bit of pressure there. Okay, here we go. Jesus. Okay, that went quick. And Matt, you're at home to Ipswich. And I am away to Manchester City. Have a good night, fellas. All the best from Vegas. Back to work. Take it easy, Chris. Cheers for dropping in. I didn't realise you were at work, Chris. So More importantly, cheers for dropping in during what I can only assume was your break or your lunch hour. So yeah, good to hear from you, Chris. And enjoy it. Okay, Mansell still out injured. I am going to make a decision now. I don't know, maybe not. Okay. Morley will start. I mean, it's got to be the same sort of guys, isn't it? No, I ain't ending Ross at all. What made you say that? Because everyone was fucking off. No, I'm not ending yet, mate. I am getting a sweaty arse, though. Just thought I'd share that with you. Okay. Do I bring him back? Have I isolated him enough? He's had 3 games. Do you know what? Fuck it. He can stay in. You can fucking earn your fucking stripes back, motherfucker. Could hear you saying, but Mike Evangelou said he was off, and Chris Plant has just said he's going back to work. You see, assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Could do that. Okay. And Bente Lai will return, reclaim, shall I say, the captaincy armband. Need to win this game. Speed that back, put that back to medium. It's like, see, I was going to say, right, it's like every game is so difficult. And, I mean, I've no doubt they're playing some fucking shitty formation. Look at the stats. I'm going to go to direct. Look at Cooper. Let's have a look at City. They are actually attacking, but look at the attacking setup. Look at that formation. It's like a fucking bus. Just park it there. It's so frustrating. It really is. So many teams are playing this. But look at that. Fucking pathetic. Absolutely fucking bullshit. Look at the stats. The fucking ugly stats of 14-4. Lozano again. I paid so much money for that prick. Matt Drew. Fuck me, Matt. It's bullshit. It really is absolutely fucking crazy. So Luton, again, have an opportunity to go to the top of the table if they win their game in hand. Fucking cunts. Here we go. They're at Spurs. And they've been beaten. Fuck me. It's crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. I know I keep repeating myself, but it fucking winds me up so much. It really does. Frustrates the shit out of me. So, Champions League then, yeah? Home to Villarreal. Right. Oh, God. Right. Feel really fucking pissed off. And Matt, you must as well, because I know you will. England by far the toughest. It is fucking bullshit, isn't it? I mean, it's just, it's so fucking frustrating. See what jobs come up. Then I might. I mean, I shouldn't really just sort of like look at a job straight away. Oh, Mansell's back. Right, Mansell's returning. Mansell's returning. And Muller's unhappy. You want a new contract. First of all, do not fucking tell me you want the new contract. You'll get a fucking contract when I fucking say you'll get a contract. And I'm actually going to bench him for today. I'm going to bench him. I am testing something. I'm making 2 key changes. Where is it? Barca job not come up once. I think it come up once, Matt. Once. But I think we've both just taken new jobs. I remember it. Here we go. Villarreal come to Manchester United. Their manager retired, if I remember. Right. Nice to see Mansell back on the score sheet. I've missed him. I've really fucking missed him. See, defensive. If it's not a defensive, if it's not a defensive setup, it's a defensive team. Okay. There we go. Okay. If you remember, Matt, we looked at it, didn't we? I think the Barcelona manager just didn't retire. He wasn't sacked or anything. Then he finally retired, and I think they've had somebody else. Okay. What the fuck is the deal with Lozano? Fucking fives. I can't accept the fucking player getting a 5 at the best of times, but on a 3-0 victory, do you know what I mean? Not acceptable. Good luck, Matt, in the UEFA Cup. I just need to check a few things whilst you... What did Hong got me a 9? That's what I was looking at. And he assisted one of the goals. Okay. Oh, God. What did Cornelius get? He got me an 8. Okay. Very tempted to play the same sort of setup here. I think where we'll go to, Matt, I ain't going to stream right through till 12:30 because I'm getting a little bit itchy at the minute. Like sweaty and fucking ugh. So I think where we'll go to, Matt, is we'll go to here. So the 8th of December will be... So yeah, we'll go to there then. We'll go to the 9th of December, yeah? After you can conclude your UEFA Cup. That's where we'll go to. Right. It's just, I think I'm looking to maybe just play the same sort of lineup. Lozano is angering me. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay. Nicely done, Matt. You're almost there. Almost there. So, we'll, like I say, guys, we will go to the conclusion of Matt's UEFA Cup. We will save it there. Let me just check it very, very quickly. Couldn't remember if I was still recording it, but yeah, we are. You'll notice, for the benefit of YouTube, Made a little alteration there to the display screen. Little advert for our Game On game. Okay. Okay, that's all good. Okay. Mansell praised. God, I wish I had Mansell playing when I played you, Matt. I'll end it there, Matt. After we conclude the European games, because I'm knackered, to be honest with you. But we're still going to be another few games. Yeah, it's still going to probably be another 20 minutes or so. So we'll have still got in a good couple of hours. Well, in fact, it is a couple of hours because it was 9:30, weren't it, that we started. Okay, Luton, Bradford. Luton 3, Bradford 2. Luton go to the top of the division. Oh. Okay. Yep, you can fuck off on that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, see, we've got another week yet. Okay, Bambi suspended. So, after all that, I'm going to put Lozano in anyway. But he's in the middle, as opposed to where I normally play him. Okay. Here we go. Let's just see what they're playing. Look at that shitty formation. Ultra defensive. It's fucking disgusting. It's such dog shit. It really is. It's funny though, right? Because on my 3-man game with Pepinian, where I'm at season 130, whatever it is, they just all play 4-4-2. That is all they do. Very, very occasionally you get the odd change, but so I know it's a game and it's not sophisticated enough to do much more. Let's do that. Look at those. We can't even break them down. It's frustrating the fucking hell out of me, to be honest with you. Fuck me. We got fucking lucky there. There's no doubt about that. We got fucking lucky. Matt is losing. And I feel his pain. I really do feel your pain, Matt. Matt's been beat. Matt has been beaten 1-0. Let's have a look at the stats on Matt's game. It's crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy. Okay, one more league game and then the Champions League. It's a good time to. It's a good sort of point to put a save to it. For the simple reason, it's the end of the European until the winter. Right, okay, I want to look at my team. Oh, God. Such hard damn work. Yeah, whatever. Obviously, I'm going to encourage it. Okay. Here we go. We're at Christmas. We're at Christmas. I'm just reading a comment here from Gary. Yeah, that's funny, really. This is what Gary says on the last part of this game, Matt, right? Looks like you're starting to have the problem we got on our long-term save. Goals appear to be drying up. I'd say you have 5 seasons max before it becomes so difficult to win games. Even when you're dominating 99% of them. 1-0 Superkeeper defeats. He's absolutely right. He really is. He's absolutely right. It's bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. Okay, let me just have a quick gander. Sakano. Right, okay, so what did Lozano got me? He got me a 7. What did King get me? 7, and Leah got me. Okay. Well, do you know what? Put them on the opposite sides. I'm afraid what's going to end up happening, Grachev is going to return for Hong. What did he got me another 8? He's starting to pick up a little bit now, which is what I wanted and needed to see. I'm going to make a big gamble here by making Bambi my captain. (4-4-2) defensive, absolute fucking shit. It's absolutely shit. These defensive formations. Oh, fuck off! Do you know what? He's left only. I'm going to chuck him in on the right. It's difficult, I think, for Matt to leave, because unless he's won the title, so it's going to be a little bit easier for me to leave. But Matt's just said England can do one, mate. You're absolutely right. It's fucking shit. It really is so fucking shit. I can't literally put anything together. See, I've scored, but you know, I know you could say, oh, fuck off, and that's why. Fucking cunt. Absolute fucking bullshit. Oh, you lost to Luton. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And we lost Grachev for 3 weeks as well. So fucking frustrating. And do you know what I blame? I blame Stream. Fucking Stream. Before we end it and play that last game, I'm just going to have a quick look, and I'm sure you've already looked at this, Matt. I think we should. Juventus, Matt. Juventus. Rich. What the fuck's happened to their stadium? What the fuck's happened to their stadium? Sure. They did get relegated, didn't they? It's only Juventus, really, that's of interest. Nothing else, really. Nothing else of interest. Okay. Right, okay. Yeah, whatever. Actually considering changing my formation. I don't care about league, mate. One. Right, okay. Don't care about league. I won the Prem. If a job comes up, I'm off. Juventus is there, Matt. Juventus is there. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 0. And we're at Bayern Munich now for the Champions League. Let's see. Right, we are gonna go. This is obviously a huge fucking risk. What we're doing, we're gonna go to a flat 4 at the back. I'm gonna recall my Portuguese goalkeeper. Give him an opportunity. I have got the flexibility because Lai can come in at left back, or King can, and right back can be Lozano or Bambi. I think maybe Lozano, yeah, I think it's got to be there too. Maybe though, yeah, King and Bambi. Right, okay. I'm gonna let Cornelius start in there as he was. Yeah, I know this is a fucking huge risk I'm taking. But the truth be told, I feel I've got to. I've really got to. Okay. So we're playing a very attacking sort of setup. Just need to just work out a few more substitutes. Okay. Do you know what, Bambi? You're fucking playing at 93%, whether you like it or not. Here we go then. Bayern Munich playing a 4-1. Yeah, see, a nice simple fucking attacking setup as opposed to what we're seeing in England. Okay. No, 84, you're still playing. You'll play with one fucking leg if I had my way. Look at this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Look at this. Look at those fucking stats again. Absolutely fucking frustrating as fucking hell. Sons of bitches. Gillingham job. Right, did he take a minute? Yeah, okay. Birmingham City. Well, you're not going to be fucking having them matches against me, that's for sure. I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm so pissed off. Okay, good luck, Matt, in the UEFA Cup. Here we go. I don't think I can. I think I'm going to have to go back to that. Maybe. Might even play them at their own game. Might even do something like that. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. So it's really fucking pissed me off. It really has. Lecce. Let me just check. Lecce secure. Fucking has an awful lineup. Oh, fucking Juventus is this shit as well. Jeez. It's literally, I mean, they're all shit, aren't they? Atalanta. No? Matt will be safely through. Well done, Matt. It's not been the greatest, has it? I mean, 2 hours and it's funny, really. I did say this to Matt last week. We don't learn, do we? We knew England's a bastard to be in. It is a real bastard to be in. And I think, truth be told, and I maybe I'm wrong here for Matt. You know, I think as it stands, why is it paused? I don't like it when it pauses. I think that for me, there's a regret of leaving Inter Milan. Truth be told, I should never have left Inter Milan to go to Boca Juniors. I should have just kept my roots at Inter Milan, in all honesty. I don't know, it's hard to... I can't save, Matt. I need you to press continue. Right. Fucking hell, I need to press continue once. Oh, fucking hell. I'm so pissed off, and I know you are too, Matt. I know you are too. I know you must be, because I'm really fucking... I'm quite fucking rah. Okay, guys, so... A big thank you to all you guys that have tuned in. Particularly big thanks to the likes of... Big thanks to the likes of Ross. Who else was it? Ross, Chris Plant, Mike Evangelou. What was his name? I can't find his name. Richard, whatever his second name was. Richard, and all the rest of you guys that have jumped in, said hello. It's good to hear from you guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. It's been good. But I feel pissed off. I feel so pissed off. But that's it from me then, guys. And until next time,